Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. All 42,000 souls who are watching me on my live stream. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, if you want to participate in the chat, please subscribe. I'm sorry I'm out in my t-shirt today. It has been very hot in Virginia, and Junebug and I are coming back from the puppy park. So if you hear any snoring in the background, it's going to be Junebug. So I just wanted to give you guys that heads up. So I'm actually going to make me a little bit smaller, but I wanted to greet everybody. And like I said, feel free to make comments in the chat, talk away. And do that, because that gives me something a lot of times to respond to. So I do always appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody who is watching today. All right. So I usually just make a reaction to Tim. But today I was just kind of thinking, let's just do this as a live stream. And if people want to, send questions or chat about it, then they can feel free to do so. So Tim, as we know, has returned back to Florida. He is, and I always want to preface that I am a registered nurse here in the United States. I am studying to be a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I probably have just over a year left of my studies to go. And even though I do make speculations about potential personality types and speculate around people's potential mental health, I obviously do not treat or diagnose anybody who is in the chat, and would always refer to people to follow up with your own private healthcare provider and do that instead. But I'm just a source of information to come in and look at some of the potential pathologies that are happening with Tim, kind of where his channel is at the moment. I know that a lot of people are, why do you do this? You must be stuck in a rut. Well, the reason why I make so much commentary around him is that he is somebody who has use the channel, use the platform to, like a lot of us, I'm monetized and I don't mind admitting to that. But he really, is, in my opinion, displaying narcissistic personality traits, because if he has any type of negative comments in his chat, in his comment section, he will actually delete those comments away. He will also, ban people off of his channel. A lot of people who've come over to watch some of my commentary have been unsubscribed, or at least, have had, hit Tim hide their comments from the channel. So it's not necessarily that you can't be subscribed. You just will not be able to have your comments seen under his videos. And he really does like to sanitize, and narcissists on the whole do not like to have any type of negativity towards them. They're always the number one. They're always special. They think they're the smartest person in the room. They know more than anybody else. And I think if you've been watching Tim's content for any extended period of time, you will find that he's very much that way, that he is somebody who is going to be making sure that you know that he's the one who knows more than anybody else, that nobody else knows as much as Tim. And so I understand he is trying to sell his Flagstaff. So he managed to be a minimalist for a short amount of time. He is now talking about purchasing a condo, moving into an apartment. He is no longer interested in living in the RV. He's trying to sell his RV, but at the same time, he said really unsaleable things about the RV. But he blamed that on the roads of America, and that we should be ashamed. And it seems like he doesn't understand that part of the reason why we have roads and how they are managed, that it's at a state level. For example, here in Virginia, we have VDOT, and VDOT is the company, or I should say governmental agency here in the United States that has the job of maintaining our roads. So monies do come from a federal level, but they are managed by the state. So he needs, but it was all about him. Even the conditions of the road were not about anything that would be a larger picture as to where maybe we're lacking funding into roads, or where these monies, how states manage their budgets and manage things like road repairs, and just kind of, said that the roads weren't good enough for him. Anyway, so let's take a look at what he's doing now. I'm going to go even smaller so we can bring up the screen. And if you haven't had a chance to check out Ms. Vicky, she did a really good reaction to Tim's love truck stop, where he stopped at the gas station there and talked about how he is complaining about the roads and how the conditions of the roads and so forth. As we know, the other day he equated channels like myself with being almost like somebody who had attempted an assassination on the former president. And so again, that's kind of showing these traits that he potentially has. All right, if you haven't had a chance to hit the likes, I would appreciate anybody doing that too. I know I came and I advertised this live very late today. I thought I had released the time and I saw I'd had it privated, so I do apologize for that. I did have somebody also comment, because he keeps talking. One of the videos at the Love truck stop, he indicated that he wanted to sell the Flagstaff for $50,000. And I understand at best he may get 25 for a used RV, because the Flagstaff selling new is less expensive than when he purchased it. I think I understand he maybe purchased for 40. I believe that they're selling now or he put about 40,000, and he purchased it now new. You can get one for 35, and he would be probably lucky to get 25, but he wants 50. I guess it's because he's been inside that RV. I guess. So he actually wants more for the RV. And I don't know if he was joking about that, but I think in some way he isn't. And the thing was purchased on an illegally taken, in my mind, EIDL loan. So yeah, that's what we got. I hope somebody makes a comment in the chat, because it's pretty quiet in my chat today. Don't feel like you can, unless I just have Tim's supporters and Tim's family watching me today. I understand. Is it the chat not working today? I don't know. If anybody could just say hi in the chat, or unless we're all listening from our prison jobs and can't actually interact with me, because I've never seen my chat so quiet. I'm used to having hundreds of messages at this point when I do another creator. So this is unusual. So yeah, so maybe it's just Tim's fans watching me today, but that's okay. I'll take any engagement. So yeah, Tim has returned to Florida. He's in Panama City Beach, Florida. And he has today a morning chat from Panama City Beach, Florida, where he's, back here doing the same old healthy breakfast. He then wanders off to the Walmart. It looks like with Miss Tammy, and they're in the Walmart. He's driving around, and then he goes to lunch with Miss Tammy. So it's kind of the same that we see all the time. It's his breakfast, his Walmart shopping, him driving around, and him grabbing more food. And his views are obviously tanking along with it. I don't think a lot of people were impressed with his comments the other day. But when he gets something that's a little bit more, I guess, clickbaitish, like America roads are in terrible shape, he'll get more people looking at that. Back in Florida, that was obviously something that was a clickbait, because, people know that, that's he's back in the state. And so people watch that one. But on the whole, when he's reviewing this Flagstaff 3 days ago, his views are really, starting to fall, because his content is repetitive. It's the same content. And I know I react to it, but this is kind of because Tim is, he's a limited person in my belief. He's not really experienced a great deal of the world. He likes to do his cruises that have been paid for by Miss Tammy. He's now saying he absolutely hates RV life. So anyway, let's just get into his morning chat. I thought we'd take a quick peek at this video this morning. Tammy had her feet up on here, which I did not care to see. She's obviously comfortable being back in Florida. She's getting a little bit more seen on camera. I didn't really care about him going out to lunch. I mean, I have to watch my budget, so I'm somebody who has to cook from home at all times. Is this video private? It says it doesn't support comment on private videos. Create a public or listed stream to show comments from your viewers. Is this gone private? I hope not. Is that why I can't see the comments? Is that what's going on? I'm not sure. Let me see what's happening. I just want to make sure it's not me. Oh, I see a ton of comments over here. Okay, something is going on with StreamYard. Let me figure out why I can't see comments in my StreamYard. Oh my goodness, something is happening here because I see a ton of it. Oh, I see why. Okay, let me change my StreamYard, guys. Okay, it's because initially when I set it up on StreamYard, I set it up privately. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the changes. I can't save the changes. So I'm going to come in and come out of StreamYard real quick because I am not being able to see your comments at all because I did not change it from private and it's not going to let me do it. So I'm going to come back in at 319 because it's just not going to let me do that. So let me try to edit. And oh goodness, come back in at 319. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh goodness. Okay, oh goodness, this is no fun. I did not realize that StreamYard did this. Okay. Oh, hey, Just Cody. Thank you so much for that super chat. Just something is wrong. You have so many comments. Yeah, it's me. I didn't realize when I set up StreamYard, I set it up as private because I was doing some things. And I want to see all these comments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I don't want to come back in and out because I already have everybody here. So I appreciate your super chat here, Cody. Thank you so much for your super chat. So I'm just going to come over. Yeah, he is dry begging. Okay, it's just because I set StreamYard up wild and we're already here and started. So the only thing I can do is either go back and forth to my own live stream channel and see your comments and just I will set it for 320 and then I will be back so that I can come back in because it's not allowing me to make any changes and it won't even allow me to do it at this moment. So I'm just going to leave the studio and come back in, guys. So don't disappear. Yeah, I'm leaving the studio. Myself. StreamYard is being really harsh on me. So I'm literally going to come off. I'm going to have to set up a whole brand new live stream and then I will be right back. Okay. Because it's just being a pain in the butt. So let me hang in there. I'm going to end my stream. Okay. Which kills me because Cody sent me a super chat. And so I appreciate that so much for the super. And I'm going to leave the studio and I'm going to come right back because I'm going to have to reset everything. So it's just I did not realize. I just had a learning curve with StreamYard today. You can't edit anything. So I'm going to end and then I'm going to be right back. What pain.